confidence in your teammate. If you're, working with them, got this far in the bracket, you see something in your teammate and you want to give them a chance to prove themselves. So we're gonna see what they can do loading into game number 1.
Yeah, and technically Gabriel and Rayzigher have the upper advantage here with them having been teaming since 2020, and kaio, bolinha, and Mikael just teaming as of this event. So we'll definitely see what happens here. Kaio, bolinha representing NBE, and Gabriel representing Orion as well. This will be very interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, advantage based off the start you would assume is on the blue team, and we're seeing a bit of that come into play. The early stock loss on red side. I mean, kaio is able to make it back, still maintaining their first stock, but that was close to being a 2-stock lead here for the blue side.
Yeah, for sure, and this is something that Mikael's already on that second stock as well. That's definitely something that the red team has to consider here with going further. I mean, I can't speak anymore. They're knockouts after knockouts after knockouts coming in from both of the teams here, and we have basically Gabriel only on their first stock. Everyone else is on their second, and Mikael might also be on their final one here very shortly with that recovery.
And Gabriel is just letting these signatures rip. Like, look at that. Yeah. Look at that right there. Just no fear whatsoever, saying, you're not going to punish this. I'm just going to do it over and over and over again. And so far, it's been working out really well on the blue side. Gabriel's still surviving as well on that first stock.
I just find it funny that Rayzigher is going ahead and landing, throwing out a lot of these Queen Nai signatures with guitars and spear. Because usually that's something that most players wouldn't do, just considering the fact of how slow Queen Nai is as a character. But look at them go crazy, saying, you know what? Mikael's out of here. Kaio will have to deal with a 2v1 situation. And Kaio is now in a 1v4 situation.
Yeah, good luck. That's all you can really say. I mean, what, you got a spear to work with. I don't know if it's enough versus 2 pretty healthy stocks and then 2 fresh ones after that. Maybe we get to see, a team combo showcase from the blue side, unless kaio is ready to pull out the comeback of a lifetime. But it looks like we're just getting spear down air, spear down air, spear down air. Yeah. And that is game number 1 going to blue team.
Yeah, blue team really showing their gameplay there, and that really came down to maximizing on Mikael, especially in the very beginning of that round. I mean, kaio is doing very well holding their side, but I mean, we saw Rayzigher go crazy with the Queen Nai on the second stock or on the final stock of Mikael, and just taking him off edge and is willing to go crazy. So I don't know. I mean, blue team, I definitely think definitely has a really good lead, but what will the red team pull out here going into game number 2? What will Mikael pull out here to be able to keep up with Gabriel and Rayzigher?
All right. Oh, we actually are going to Fabled City. Been a while since I've seen this stage on, the big stage, if you will.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I mean, a lot of players, they prefer other maps where this one's a little bit more of a darker map. It can be a little bit confusing and seeing certain colors as well. So I know certain players don't prefer it. And plus that long stationary platform, a lot of people don't like going against players on this map. But whenever we see players on this map, it's always a very, very interesting matchup no matter the players. It really becomes very interesting on how these players get these knockouts and how they use these platforms very well.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing to note too is kaio had the most damage in the game, even though they ended up losing. So still lots of potential here for this red team to pull out a couple of victories. But it's just a question of if Mikael can hang on to their stocks. And they lose the first, kaio able to equalize with a double KO.
Also, Mikael also swapped their characters. They're now Luke. So I think this character pick, yes, they did get knocked out first on their stocks, but they're holding it a lot better than last round.
Oh, kaio playing with fire, still surviving though. 3 stocks on the board. Mikael off stage. You see kaio, they're trying so hard to save their teammates so they just stop getting bullied.
Props to kaio here too, because he's controlling this entire match almost by himself. I have to give him that credit. kaio does go ahead and lose that first stock though. Mikael loses that second one as well, but knowing how Kaio is, they might be able to get a double knockout of the blue team.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see a repeat, especially with these health bars getting further into the red territory.
Look at this, man. My goodness. Kaio gets a signature.
Again, it's just eyes on Mikael right now. You have to keep that stuck so you can let Kaio clean up just like that.
Nice weapon start from Mikael there. Very, very nice job. Gabrielle now down to their final stock. Red team has the lead. And they're just going crazy with it. Mikael is doing so much better holding their stock so far in this round. And I don't know. I mean, right now, Kaio is trying to come back. Kaio is not able to, making this a one stock all matchup. Blue team definitely knows they're going to try to maximize on Mikael as well. So I think Mikael's gonna be like, okay, let me back up a little bit. Let's let Kaio go and step in and go a little bit crazy here.
I like that call too, like not going for any kind of crazy save attempt. The idea is just, all right, Kaio's got another stock to work with. Even if they get KO'd here, we're still in the lead, and it just keeps getting extended even further. Look at how patient Mikael's playing right now. just let Kaio do their thing, and it works out so well. And there you go, style points at the end. Mikael closing it out.
It's kind of funny too, because Mikael in the first round, I mean, was trying to do a lot of this damage on the blue team and just wasn't able to. But we're now seeing in round number 2 that the red team just got. Mikael's coming in doing a lot of damage buildup, and Kaio's coming in with the knockout options. They got 4 knockouts in this round number 2 here, but very, very nice job by the red team maximizing the recovery frames of Gabrielle's signature and getting the dub for round number 2. But this is pretty huge, man. And I got to give props to Kaio here too, because I mean, keep in mind, Mikael's PR 531, Kaio is PR 27, Gabrielle's PR 30, and Rayzigher is PR 11. So Mikael's holding their weight very, very well. And I like it.
Absolutely. And so now, like, the onus is on the blue side. It's on Gabrielle and Rayzigher, however you pronounce that name, to be the ones to start pulling things around, because it seems like, you know, red team's adjusted their strategy. They know how they want to play, so you have to find a way to either disrupt that or try something else yourself.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, right now we're getting into it where I mean, they are focusing on Mikael a lot more, though. You're seeing the blue team kind of doing that. Very nice punished by Rayzigher and knocking out Mikael's first stock. We're seeing also Kaio is starting to get smacked a little bit too by the spear. I think a spear is kind of throwing both red team members off a little bit.
Oh my god, so much damage, but a little bit of an overextension from Kaio. Oh wait, the double KO!
And Kyle, I'm sorry for saying what I said earlier, comes in with the double knockout on both blue team members. And now it's 2 stocks even. He evened it out for their team, but they gotta be careful now too, because now blue team's starting to land some team combos.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be terrified of those Katars, because like they're able to build up so much damage so quickly. Like this combination of weapons from blue team is so scary to deal with. Mikael almost loses their second stock. Now Kaio's the one off stage, able to bring it back. Oh God. How do you make that work? How do you make that work that high up on the screen? Red team in the advantage, blue team answers right back. Gabrielle able to get 1. They get, I think, 2 there as well.
Yeah, both red team members are down to their final stocks as well. Kaio didn't have enough jumps to come back on the opposite side. Gabrielle is very low on that second stock, but still has it. The longer they have it, the more of a disadvantage the red team will get. Very nice job by Mikael. Rayzigher trying to go ahead and say, you know what, let me let my teammate come back and then maybe I can land some team combos here. But it's 1 stock all. This is round number 3 and it's best out of 5. It's already so close in round number 3.
Yeah, I mean, going into this set, no one would have expected it to be this close, but here we are, 1 stock apiece on all 4 members. There's not even really a considerable lead for anyone at this point. You know, orange and yellow all blending in together, all different parts of the same color palette. It's dead even. It's dead even right now.
It is indeed, and I mean, right now it comes down to the red team really trying to knock out Kaio, and then Mikael I mean, I think blue team might be able to do something here, but now's the proving time for Mikael here. Can they deal with a 2v1 from the blue team? I mean,
they've gotten so many KOs this game already. It would be insane if they're able to pull this off.
If they do, I have definitely a new mindset going into the next round, because holy, close.
Oh, imagine you missed both of them by an inch. I love the attempt. It was so close. That would have been the hypest thing we've ever seen.
Oh, that would have been insane, but I feel so bad for Mikael there. He knew he had it. It came down to a fraction of a frame, a movement. Oh, it has to suck. But we do have players going and swapping out there a little bit, hopping in and out of the game real fast. But my gosh. I mean, here's the thing though too. Both blue team members did a lot of damage. I mean, 549, 587, while red team kind of did 456, 485. So overall, blue team did a lot more of the team damage, or a lot more of the damage on their opponent. But oh my gosh, that was so close.
I honestly, I forgot that was a 3-0. I was so invested in the story, in that set, that I'm like, all right, let's get more. Let's get more of that, because they're starting to pull it back. But no, we must advance.
This is gonna be interesting as well. I don't know. That was definitely a very, very interesting matchup there. But we're still got, if I recall, another game here.
We do. We have. We don't actually. Let's pull this up, because we know on the one side it's Lazuli or Lazuli versus Tomoko and Rico. And okay, we have their opponents in now. It's Riot and Kaio. Wait.
Oh, let me see here.
Oh wait, that's a Kaio with a C instead of a K. So is that Chow? Is that? How do you? This is the worst. This is the worst. When you're at home and you watch commentators mispronounce stuff, you're like, oh, it's so easy. And then you're on the spot and it's like, how do you figure this out?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to say Kaio. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say Kaio.
All right.
Riot and Kaio versus Lazuli and Tomoko.
I mean, at least we can be thankful that they didn't have to fight each other. If Riot and Kaio had to fight Kaio and Kaio.
But here's the thing as well. I mean, this is a best of the 5 set that we're currently on with Kaio and Mikael, Rayzigher. It's still best of the 5. So yeah, we're just waiting for one of them to hop back in.
Wait, no, I thought that the set was over there. I thought it was
Nah, okay. I believe it's 2-1 still.
Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. I got confused there.
We were so invested into that game. It felt like it was
it felt like game 5
final, right? So yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah, someone okay. We got mixed. Sometimes even the commentators get mixed. Sometimes the players are so good they're able to throw us for a loop with their confusing antics.
But yeah, we did talk about our next matchup after this set. Once, one of these teams that we're currently watching advances. Lazuli and Tomoko and Riot and Kaio. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen too much of those teams either. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they go about. But should be interesting there.
Hopefully, we have a game 4 on our hands. Because, yeah, there we go. Wait, Tomoko's in the lobby now, who's in the next set.
Yeah, they're probably spectating. Probably
maybe
good.
We'll see.
We'll find out. We'll find out on the next episode of Brawlhalla Custom Games. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. So we're just waiting on, if I recall correctly, we are waiting on Gabrielle.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't know, man. So what was the best matchup we've had so far tonight there, Bio? Because I mean,
oh god,
it's been interesting. I don't know. I mean, we had the matchups of Molly and Noi versus Kato Unreal and Kunja. That was really, really good.
That one was really nice.
Also, Manexo went against Steyer and Rina Zera. Rina Zera and Steyer kind of did pretty well, but also Manexo just really had the power over that matchup. And now we're going into we're still in Kaio, Bolinha, and their teammate there, Mikael and Gabriel and Rayzigher. I mean, out of the 3, I don't know. I think this game, Bio, has been very, very intense compared to the last two.
Yeah, and I mean, the tension is only building up the longer we delay the game for. It's just a tactical delay to build suspense as time goes on. There we go. We have Gabriel. Any issues that they were having are now resolved, so gonna lock everything in. Gonna be going into stage select very shortly, I hope. That's all I can hope for.
They thought the game was done. That's why. That's what they hopped out. But they're back. They're ready to go.
Oh wait, they thought it was like a 3-0 as well.
They thought it was a So
it's not just me. All right, we're good.
All right, but yeah, we're gonna do our next game here. Kaio and Mikael, man. I mean, Mikael surprised me the most out of the set. I mean, really has with being able to keep up with Rayzigher and Gabriel. It's been very powerful there.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if they got that, like, imagine if that signature connected on both of the opposing players. That would have been like literally one of the like a highlight moment for the year. It's February, it's winter, and it would have been a highlight moment for the year.
Yeah, for sure. And right now, man, I mean, I don't know. Maybe now I will bring this up. The game that Kaio and Mikael won, it involved platforms a lot more. So if the red team can maximize on the platform that they have, I think they might have a little bit of an advantage here. Because I think blue team just got mixed up by it a lot.
Yeah, and it's something that's always interesting to me is like whenever there is a delay, that can mess with people. You know, you get in, you know, in the mood of playing, you're zoned in, and then you have to take a break for like 5 minutes. Yeah. Red team was at the start of this coming out on top of them blue team. They remember what they're doing that has been successful throughout the rest of this set. They have a very early lead.
Oh, Mikael there is trying to do something, trying to come back to that platform, but blue team with the punishes. Yeah, Kaio is like, you know what? I don't have a weapon. I'm gonna go off edge and do an unarmed recovery and try to get a weapon. He's just having a rough time. He doesn't have a weapon at all yet. At all.
Yeah, pretty rough spot to be in. Gabriel does fall. Now it's on Rayzigher to kind of maintain that lead as long as you can. Bow is a pretty decent weapon of just building up some quick damage.
Yeah, and I think blue team's definitely focusing on Mikael a lot this game.
Okay. Rayzigher's still hanging on. I am very impressed with the survivability of this game. No weapon either, just throwing themselves at the red team saying, you can't hit me. I got this. And it doesn't last for that long.
Nice punish by Mikael, and Mikael gets a double knockout. And I don't know, red team really needs to hold their stocks as much as they possibly can. Oh. And looks like Rayzigher knocks out Mikael's second stock. Kaio was kind of left to themselves there, having to deal with a 2v1. Now blue team is up by 1 stock. Mikael has to be very careful not to lose that final stock. If they do, Kaio's gonna have a really difficult time against the blue team.
And Gabriel has to be even more careful though, because like that's the win condition if you're on red team right now. Force the 2v1.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if they get that, that's huge. I mean, what they might do is they might focus on Rayzigher, knock him out, and then get the 2v1 combo. Ooh! Gabriel's not helping their case though.
Yeah, I mean,
close.
Kaio's been playing so well up into this point, and they need to continue that. You see how far into the red they are. Dodging 6 left and right, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. No weapon to work with.
It's so close. I don't know, man. Red team's trying to pick up something on the blue team, or Mikael's just trying to do something. Oh, give me a touch.
Oh my, wait, look at the stall there from Mikael though. They thought he was out of resources, but he's still fine. He gets the reversal off the top. Still so far into the red. Dodges the weapon. And I mean, you gotta make it back to stage, but look at that. You don't have any other choice. You have no other choice. You gotta jump. Rayzigher perfectly waits it out, takes the layup, and that's a 3-1 victory for blue team. But what a turnaround from Mikael. Just from the start, like from the start of the set, it looked like they were just getting run over. But yeah, fantastic showing from both players on the red side, honestly.
Yeah, and definitely there. I was very surprised by both players on how well they did, especially with the circumstances going into this matchup. I mean, you see a newer team come in and be like, hey, we're going to beat you guys and show it. I mean, we went to game 3 thinking it was going to be a game 5 because of how close it was. And then they went to game 4. Gabrielle and Rayzigher won that game. And then that space in between. And that space could be make it or break it for stuff like that. So definitely think we're going to be seeing, if we do see Kaio and Mikael in the future, I definitely think if they're going to stay a team, we'll definitely see them in the future going forward with pro Brawlhalla streams. So
Yeah, absolutely. And so we have the last set of our block